had a piece that was going to be in that, and Cyberwood is thinking that they were going to do a book for me for next year, and I'm like, but I don't know what it's going to be for. I think it's going to be something about travel and things about things around the world. And the piece that I had in the Finn Hall collection book, Out to the Horizons, where I talk about these things of all these different places in the world, I think that's going to be like the last poem in the book, because it talks about China and other things from around the world. There's my little aside about Finn Hall. Now I'm going to shut up and read this last thing because you guys are triple plus awesome. And I thought that I would read material and be different this time. I was going to read 3 pieces from the annual collection book from Scars Publications from 2022 that is titled Running Out of Time. Running Out of Time. And it's got this cool little, fun little collages that you can make with it. Anyway. I'll just shut up, but this is a huge volume of hey, you got it too! It looks like that! What do you know, Annie? This is selected material from CC&D and On the Dirt magazine that appeared in 2022 issues, and I got a few pieces in here, and I thought that I'd pick 2 tiny pieces of prose as 2 of the 3 pieces I'm going to read from this. They're totally different, trust me. This first one is titled 7 Miles. Okay, so you were going to be in Chicago for a few hours and then you'd be driving out to town again, and I really wanted to see you, so I said I'd be more than happy to drive into the city to meet you for an hour or 2. Okay, let's meet at the planetarium, I said, because it would be the quickest place for us to get to from the interstate. Besides, you were in the city anyway, and you could just easily get to the planetarium from there before I would. So, okay, we'd meet at 3:15, you said, and I got off the phone and I rushed out the door. And I got there. Traffic was a bitch, but I got there, parked my car, and was then proceeded to walk back and forth looking for you. Where the hell was he? He didn't have that much time before he had to leave. Where could he be? It's been over 20 minutes. What trouble has he gotten himself into now? Knowing him, he probably thought that I said the aquarium and I was at the right building a block away, that big jerk. And then there were all these men that were staring at me like they've never seen a woman in a suede skirt before. One of them even said hello to me, and I just had to sit there and try to ignore everyone and brood because you were late. You probably crashed the car and were bickering over insurance costs with somebody while I sat there. Made me drive a couple of hours just for nothing. So then I finally see you sprinting up the block. Your Oxford is unbuttoned, and the closer you get, the more red you look. Okay, now I'm intrigued. Where have you been? I asked, and as you're panting in a vain attempt to catch your breath, you explain that you couldn't get the car out of the parking lot because the person who had the ticket stub for the car was in the doctor's office, and so you just ran 7 miles to get here so that I wouldn't wait. Okay, I feel like a heel. You never cease to amaze me. I know you said you'd go to the ends of the earth for me. 7 miles is more than enough. That was prose piece number 1, 7 miles. And thank you. And a different theme. This one is titled Brushes with Greatness. Like when I was leaving the Depeche Mode concert and I saw the lead singer of Nights Are Ebb, I tapped his shoulder after I shook his hand and I said, I just wanted to say that you're awesome. What a stupid thing to say. His response was, well, thanks. But at least I shook his hand. Like when we were driving down Lakeshore Drive, it was December 23rd, I saw a limo with the license plate Governor 1. I said to drive next to the limo, and there was Jim Edgar talking on the phone in the back. It was only when we passed that I realized that I was wearing a red baseball cap with reindeer antlers and bells on them. I was so embarrassed. Or when I met the soap opera star from Days of Our Lives, he was signing autographs. His name on the show was Shane, and there was this fat 40-year-old woman from Tolono, Illinois, standing in line and screaming every time she thought she saw a glimpse of him. He signed a newspaper clipping of mine, then he took a picture with me. My mother thinks that in that photo we look like we're on our honeymoon. And in the first grade, when the weatherman Harry Volkman from Channel 2 News came to our school, and I met him because I made him a card that said, Columbus discovered America in 1492, and I discovered a weatherman when I discovered you. Or like when I was almost in the band that opened for the Smashing Pumpkins. I sang with that band, but I couldn't work with them because I lived out of town. I guess that's not a good one since I didn't meet the Pumpkins or anything, but at least I saw the show. And I photographed the lead singer of REM. It was September. I was only wearing shorts and a t-shirt when everyone else was wearing denim jackets. Michael Stipe was walking through a forest preserve with a flock of people around him. I couldn't get to him, but I wanted a photo. So I looked ahead and I saw an empty picnic table. I ran, sprung up on top of it, and started shooting. He looked up at me and waved. Later, he was about to leave. I got real close. I took more pictures. I was right next to him. Side note, big poster thing of him is framed in my living room. Or when I talked to the lead singer of King Missile after the show at the Metro, I told him it was a good show, and then he thanked me, and then he said that I told him that they should have played Gary and Melissa. Yeah, we keep forgetting that one, he said. And then he looked over at the shirt stand, pointed at all there kind of blankly, and said, you know, we'd make a lot of money if we had t-shirts. I laughed, but I tried to walk away. Like when Joe took me to the engineering open house and his wooden bridge won first place for holding the most weight. Or when Lori brought me to the darkroom and showed me how to dodge and burn a print. Or Bridget, or Bobby, or Pat. And when I won the American Legion Award in the 8th grade, or when I published my first book, or when I sang at the coffee house and everyone actually applauded, or at the end of counseling, the retreat weekend, Operation Snowball, and I got a note from a participant thanking me for caring so much, or like when I felt happy. Brushes with greatness. I don't know how to say it's ending because there's a bunch of likes and ands and stuff. But those are my two little bits of tiny pieces of prose for you. But last one I'm going to share with you is not only in this book, and I'm not going to try to find it for you in Running Out of Time, but it's also one of the first ones in the Twitter-length period. Yep. One of the first ones in the Twitterverse periodic table of poetry book because it's one of the poems for hydrogen. So this is a short one that is in both of these. It doesn't have any images with it. It's just a short poem, Twitter length, called Hydrogen, One Against One. When we finally, eventually fused together, you were just a hydrogen bomb, forcing me to push away everyone I loved, forcing me to hurt everyone close to me. So I snapped. I can't let you use me like this. Hydrogen, One Against One. Sorry, it's also in Running Out of Time, the annual collection for Christmas Scars publications. We always do one, sometimes more than one, but this is the big one annual collection book where we choose material from both magazines in it. So I thought I'd share a couple pieces. And like I say, I know it says poetic license, but people can play music here or do very, very short stories, pieces of prose. So I thought I would put that in there as well for you guys. I hope you guys appreciated that. And I want to thank each and every one of you and your cats and dogs on display, which is triple plus awesome. The next one is the first Sunday of the month, which I'm always honestly set for, and the first one in the first Sunday in May is my 23-year wedding anniversary. Oops. Yeah, I'm like, so I might be dressed formally because we might be going into dinner or doing, I have no idea what. I have no idea what our plans are. But May 7th is the next open mic. And I will not back out on these things because this is my open mic. And as I said, there's a thin chance that I will not be able to do the one in July. And if that is the case, I'm still waiting to hear from the host of that open mic, which I can't run my open mic at the same time as hers. And I'm the feature for it. I can't, that's in all fairness and whatever, I can't do that. So if that's the case, I might ask to push it a week later. So it will be the second Sunday for July, but I don't know. I contacted her a week ago for details, and I just wrote her again, and she's like, I'm busy right now, but we'll get back to you. So I'll find out about that in time. But in the meantime, you always got, write lots of poems about love and me and John for the next open mic, I guess. I don't know, but the next one is in the first Sunday in May, on May 7th. And thank you all. You guys are triple plus awesome. You're going to say something, Tom?
Yeah, Richard, Trevor is over here now in Texas, your friend Trevor. He'll be at Pickbutt tonight, and he's done about 3 readings so far for National Poetry Month, and I'll be over there with you in Bradford in June. So I look forward to seeing you then live, okay?
Yeah, I look forward to it, and give Trevor all my best.
I certainly will.
I don't know if I'll be able to get there tonight, but give Trevor my love as well. So,
okay.
I mean, I sent him these things not realizing he was here. Hey, you could be here at this open mic. Anyway.
He doesn't want to do Zoom while he's live.
Yeah, you can pull it off live. So if I can't make it tonight, give him my love there as well at that open mic. And thanks. And yeah, Susan asked for the information about the book. I just copy pasted a Facebook post that I had with all of the links, and I put it in the group as well. But I don't think anybody's dying in mad rush to go look at it. And I don't know, maybe I'll do readings from it when I actually have the book. Yeah, they've shipped me copies, but they set it up from India, so I don't think I'm going to get them for another week. So if you order it and have fast shipping, you might get it before I even see it. So, but anywho, I hope you like the book, and thank you for your interest, and thank each and every one of you for coming, because this is just really nice to be able to get together and hear everybody. And thank you, John, so much for setting this up, because, as I said, you've made it possible that I could say, oh, I'm sorry, somebody from the Singapore said he can't make it, but so I'm giving him the love. So I wouldn't have this connection with people around the world if it wasn't for the Zoom meeting thing that you set up. And so I thank you for that. And if you need anything, and if any of you need anything, and I'm just talking too much, but thank you. And yay for spring and National Poetry Month, and I'll just stop talking then. So what time is? Yeah. So be well, everyone, and I will see you. If I don't see you sooner, I'll see you on my wedding anniversary on May 7th. So thank you.
Happy wedding anniversary.
It's nice and early. Well, we'll see. Well, yeah, we've lasted this long. So anyway, thank you all so much, and I look forward to see all of you. And thank you for listening, and thank you for everything. And Poetic license. Wait, gotta hold up things. Yay, poetic license. Yay, poetic license. It's backwards when I look at it. I don't know if it's backwards when you look at it, and the Zoom meeting. But anywho, stay well, everybody, and thank you, and stay creatively inclined. And I look forward to hearing from all of you really, really soon at the next open mic or
We're well off for a month, and we're off.
We're off. Thank you.
Right. Good.